Hey guys, Star Wars Fan 3 back with another video, and today I will be going over my top 10 favorite movies of 2017. 2017, flew by, and to be honest, it has been a hell of a year in movies. Sure, we've had some not so good ones, but to be honest, we've had some really good ones. And I do have two honorable mentions to get out of the way, which just barely made it off the list, and those two are Star Wars The Last Jedi and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. So, yeah, I can't wait for you guys to see what made my list. So here are my top 10 favorite movies of 2017. It was a really fascinating movie. Like, to be honest, I was surprised of, how comedic the movie was, and yeah, I also really liked the screenplay. I don't think that gets enough recognition. I also liked the acting in the movie, the scares, and yeah, overall it was a pretty good movie. Spider-Man Homecoming was pretty much what I wanted in a Spider-Man movie. I mean, yeah, Spider-Man 2 is my favorite Spider-Man movie, but this movie is probably the most Spider-Man movie. This movie had another great performance by Tom Holland, some really awesome action sequences, some funny moments. Ned was a pretty cool character in the movie, and yeah, I really like that. Unlike The Boss Baby, the Lego Batman movie had heart, it had comedy, it had satire, and it had a great screenplay. And the fact that it wasn't even nominated for Best Animated Feature yet the frickin' Boss Baby was, if they use a Jerry Maguire scene as their excuse, I am just freaking done with the Academy. Dunkirk was a really great movie with it flies by and pretty much this movie is technically the best movie of the year. It's not my favorite movie of the year, but technically with the sound, the production design, even though I haven't seen Blade Runner yet, the cinematography and the score, and yeah, overall, I thought it was a really good movie, and thank you, Academy, for nominating Christopher Nolan for Best Director. Number 6 is a movie that you might not even have heard of. It was a documentary that was on HBO a couple months ago, and I was really interested in it because Steven Spielberg is one of my favorite directors of all time. And yeah, this documentary was really good. I'm not really that much into documentaries unless they're behind the scenes documentaries that you'd find on Blu-rays, but this one was actually really fascinating. Yeah, it was 2.5 hours long, but it was really interesting, filled with a lot of behind the scenes details and everything. Number 5 is Baby Driver, a movie that is probably the most stylish movie of the year, and I'm calling it right now, it's probably going to win Best Film Editing at the Oscars. And yeah, for really good reason, because this movie is well edited, well directed, well acted, great screenplay, hell of a soundtrack, and even though it stars one of the most disgraced stars right now in Hollywood, I still found the movie great nonetheless. Yeah, Wonder Woman is my number 4, because I just really loved Wonder Woman because it was just such a great movie with some awesome action sequences, including my favorite action sequences of the year, well, one of them, which is No Man's Land, and also interesting characters, great surprises, and one of the best DC movies. Yeah, I was actually really surprised by this one, because considering how I don't like Oscar bait movies, Darkest Hour was probably one of the better ones I've seen. This movie is the best biopic since Lincoln, and Lincoln came out, well, when At Least Darkest Hour came out, 5 years before, and yeah, it has great acting from Gary Oldman, and the makeup, I hope it wins at the Oscars, and while it's not my favorite makeup of the year, which is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, it still actually did have really good makeup. And also, I really liked the supporting characters, like, for example, Lily James in the movie. I thought she was good in that. And hey, she was also in my number 5. And yeah, and I also thought the screenplay doesn't get enough attention. I don't know why, because it had a really good screenplay. Number 2 is probably based on a movie that would never make my top 10 movies of 2003 list, but The Disaster Artist made my number 2 of 2017, which honestly, I really am happy that it was able to do this, because this movie just doesn't make fun of The Room, which you'd expect it to, but like, it's actually really inspiring. Like, it inspires you to actually go out there and make a movie. I kind of want to make a movie right now because of this movie. So that is why The Disaster Artist is my favorite movie of 2017. Except for one more movie. There is one movie this year that, when I saw it, I knew nothing, not even Last Jedi, could top it. And as the year went on, I was right. And my number 1 favorite movie of 2017 is Logan! I loved Logan. Logan is not only my favorite movie of the year, and not only my second favorite movie of the freaking decade, but probably within like my top 3 favorite movies of all time. This movie had a great screenplay, by the way, thank you, Academy. Best performance as Wolverine by Hugh Jackman. Best performance by Patrick Stewart as Professor X. Daphne Keane, she is going places because she had a hell of a breakout role with this movie. And also, like, the villains, such as Pierce and Xander Rice, I thought they were also good characters. And the story, this movie brought me to tears. This movie had some great cinematography, some great score, music, and it was really touching. Like, it hit me like on so much of an emotional level that this is the only movie that I possibly could put as the best movie here, and that is why Logan is my favorite movie of 2017. Guys, what are your 10 favorite movies of 2017? I'd love to know, and how would you sum up 2017 as a year? Please tell me below, and yeah, so yeah, thank you all for watching this video, and yeah, it's Star Wars Fan 3 signing off. See y'all next time.